What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not
That-
another damn
That's a
podcast
damn podcast.
presented by our damn
Our damn selves.
so 340.
Oh.
340. Not E40, 340.
Girl,
Girl,
I'm
making it
thinking.
moving.
I get to you and that booty.
You looking like you got that gushy. Fuck around with me, I'll beat the brake. I ain't gonna go there.
No. Sprinkle me. Oh, yes,
Time of
Right, some of you listening like, what the hell is that? Sprinkle me.
You know the E40 songs? Nope. You know the E40? Yep. E40's a goat? Yep.
He's still rapping though. Don't he be like at the Warriors games, I think?
Yeah.
I think he'd be like at the Warriors game, like courtside, yeah.
Area.
Yeah.
Those are hits, like I said, you and that, choices, sprinkle me. Yeah,
Mhm.
what he got like decade. He been in the game like 30 years. It's like it's a dude that been around. It's like he was on Pac on All Eyes on Me. He was on that. he was
Oh yeah, when he was like,
yeah.
about time. Yeah.
He's on All Eyes on Me album. Yeah, like Audie was around when Pac was still alive. So that's how long he been around. He did songs with Pac. It's like so Pac been dead like 25 years.
Yeah.
He thought he was around then. It's like
Oh yeah.
Hurricane, let's go. It's like
Hurricane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hits. These are hits right here.
Wow.
Yep. Nope.
I took it back down.
I'm gonna rock some. I'm put me an E40 playlist together.
Yeah, I'm like, I might have to do that now. He just gave me some stuff to do maybe on my downtime.
Tell me when to go. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go, man. Ghost ride the whip. Go ahead. Started that shit. It's like ghost ride the whip. Ghost ride.
And so many people got in trouble for trying to ghost ride.
Either injure themselves or crash their car. Blame E40.
Oh, your damn car because of E40. How many insurance rates weren't it because of that?
I'm your favorite rapper, Ghost Riding the Whip. Like, yeah, Mayhem should have did a commercial for that. It's like they should have E40 in the commercial. Yeah, I'm your favorite rapper, Ghost Riding his whip.
Ghost Riding the Whip.
Riding the whip.
Oh no, and it's stuck, and I can't get out of it.
Yeah. And if you have cut rate insurance, it might not be covered for this, but Allstate will protect you from mayhem, like me. And then we put the cherry on top. Are you in good hands? The Allstate nigga come in on the back. It's like, are you in good hands?
Now, Allstate actually does this commercial.
Go ride the whip.
That man actually does.
And so E40 standing in the background like, got cut rate insurance? Nope. Got yourself Allstate? Yep. There you go.
That actually would be a good commercial.
That's cool, man. Come on. We need to get into marketing. That's cool.
maybe I missed my calling with marketing. Maybe I may have. Is it too late to do a career change? No, I'm kidding.
I got even right. Yeah. Your insurance cut rate? Nope. Your insurance Allstate? Yep. There it is, man. Even rhyme the verse.
Our tomfoolery and our foolishness start off this week.
Since we mentioned Pac, I'm gonna start there and shit. Yeah, like I'm gonna start with Pac, and this is gonna segue into like some other shit too. Yeah.
Yes. So we'll be able to segue.
Shout out to homie Trey the Chocolate Jock. Yeah, I'm always perusing my social media. Well, on Facebook, he put an interesting post. So I saw the debate about Ice Cube's No Vaseline versus Tupac's Hit 'Em Up, and which one was the better diss record. Let's get your opinion first before we read the rest of it.
I saw that. I just saw right before we started recording. I saw that, and this is a great versus battle because both of them were some serious just.
And you can hear the anger in their voice on both of the records.
It was serious as hell. Michael Jordan took it serious, took it personal. Oh, both of them took it very personal. They both were super personal in that. But I have to give the edge to Cube because NWA broke up after that.
Yeah, he ended
the whole The only person who ended a group worse than them was Yoko Ono. That's the only person who like
had to get that joke.
That's the only person who did something worse because Yoko ended the Beatles. She did.
Her and John got together. That pretty much was the end of the
Beatles. Single-handedly, she ended the Beatles. But that's why I say Cube gets the slight edge because NWA just.
And Trey made some good points about because on No Vaseline was just Cube, like, and just spitting his vitriol into it. Whereas, like, that's name hit him up at the Outlaws, but I always thought they were useless on that record. It's just,
get out the way, yo, get out the way. Yeah, they were kind of whack.
People like Pac's verses like hit hard, but I always thought the Outlaws were like mid on that record. Yeah, I always thought their verses were like.
Let's hear how Pac started.
You could have kept the Outlaws. It's like,
how Pac started the song. That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. Wow. He started off the
wow. First off, fuck you, bitch. In the click you claim. West side till we ride, come equip you can. I came to be a player, but I fucked your wife. Fuck some bad boys, nigga.
And then he came for Lil Kim, called her ugly, and it was that.
There's one, World Pac, he made Lil Kim change her whole appearance. So there you got to give Pac some credit for that one. The reason why Kim looks the way she does is to hit him up. Let's say that.
Pac and Big, they both. I'm
putting it on Pac right now because hit him up.
Just the way you start the song, just the "Fire Fuck Your Bitch." Like I wasn't expecting the record to start that quick.
I ain't been seen or heard from since that because he cut his young ass up, turned him into.
Let me see how this Tupac. Like, let me listen to this Tupac, and then as soon as it came out, I was like, "Whoa." Whoa.
I heard it on shout out JP Chill on HPK radio, which is like it was like underground radio back in the day. It was like on 88.5. It's like for those of the old heads from that era, like you got all of the new shit from. We didn't have internet, so you listen. He dropped it and he played it with cursing on the radio, like because they like you could get away. It was like after hours, so you play like the real versions of these songs.
That's interesting. I didn't know about that station. Okay.
First time I heard it, I was like, I didn't even know the name, but I was like. I called it that fuck Biggie record is what I called it. I didn't know what, so you heard we played that fuck Biggie record. It's like,
and then you have to give like some. I still have to go with Cube though, but you do have to give the props to like he's the Dennis Edwards. Don't look any further because and then you have to look at so there you look at like the wisdom because like Junior Mafia did Get Money a remix with that same beat, so it was kind of like it was kind of like a to them, you know.
Yeah. Use the same sample, that they did.
I'm gonna use your sample to dish you on it though. So that was thinking outside the box. You have to give it to Pac. Like Pac was smart. He was a person who thought outside the box. Pac was smart. He was.
But I'm going No Vaseline.
I still say Cube because he ended the whole group.
God damn, I'm glad y'all set it off. Used to be hard, now you just wet and soft. Used to be down with the AK. Now I see you in the video of Mission LA. Come on, man. He went hard on his first line too, man.
He was going hard. He came in. Cube came in and he was going for throats. Like Cube came in and he went straight for the jugular. He came in just
started up with too much cargo. Drop 4 niggas now making all the dough. Shit. He went in. He even mentioned it. He even got in trouble over that because of the whole Jerry Heller thing. And like
the Jew.
Jerry played the anti-Semitic card.
Anti-Semitic, And at the time, Ice Cube had just started hanging out with the Nation, so it was like
like prime Farrakhan when like everybody was saying Farrakhan was the face of anti-Semitism. It's like this is that era.
Right, so it wasn't. It was like a. It was very much like at the time. The Cube hanging out with the Nation and
with Chuck D and the Nation and all of that.
We did start seeing like the bow tie. We were like, oh, okay, we see you, Cube. We knew right away. We was like, okay.
This whole story means when he cut the curl. That's when it's like, oh, okay, yeah. Well, Cube cut the dick because he had the curl. When he cut the curl, then it was like, oh, look at Cube with the baldy. Okay, I see you. Yeah.
And then we started seeing him with the brother. We started seeing brothers with the bow ties with him, and we were like, that's interesting. That's interesting right there.
Mm-hmm.
Then like when he got married and then like obviously the kids after O'Shea Jr. then he all his kids had Islamic names. We were like, okay. Okay, we get it. We get it now.
It was a good day. It's like, yeah, mama cooked the breakfast with no hog.
No hog. He was dropping little hits, like because a lot of people converted in the 90s. Like being Muslim was cool in the 90s. It was
after Malcolm X came out. Yeah. Autobiography of Malcolm X was like must read during that time. It's like it was a must read. It's like everybody said, I think I'm gonna join Islam. It's like because of that. Yeah, that was a big. But cool, but getting back to the I gotta go with no Vaseline. Hit him up is like I say it's like Larry Bird said about the 3-point. Yeah, hit him up is which one of y'all competing for number 2? Hit him up is number 2. Greatest diss records. It's like
hit him up. They went hard and then Cuba.
Only because of the Outlaws were useless. That's all.
They were useless.
They weren't on it. Then Hit 'Em Up probably takes the top spot. You could have kept them. Always skip through their verses like the Outlaws. Always skip through.
Yeah, Pac when he was just like going for people. He like talked about Mobb Deep
and Nas and all of that. He basically shitted on the whole East Coast. He said he wanted which Prodigy would die from sickle cell, which he ultimately did, but it was like way after Pac died. But Pac died first, so like Modern Prodigy still won. It's like
it was like 20 years later when Prodigy died, so it wasn't like he predicted his death.
He outlived Pac, so yeah.
He outlived Pac, so
it's like so yeah.
And Pac at the end died so like he was just like he just went off. Like I saw a TikTok of somebody doing the background singers like take money. They were looking like when Pac started going off, and they were looking like just feel like extremely awkward.
One of my funniest moments like that with Pac was on another sneak diss record was Toss It Up. It goes from like sexual record to like into just a Dr. Dre diss out of nowhere.
Because you had Casey and Aaron Hall on it, and then
they were like it was they talking about hollering at women. And then the verse is like it can still start like, what's your phone number? I get it around.
Okay.
Okay, Nate just goes search for Dre. They no longer pay. They Aretha Dirt Chain is like, okay, like it just turned into a diss record out of nowhere.
Fruity as Alizé or something. It's like what just happened?
Dumb shit, punk trip. What a dumb move. Cross death row. Now who you gonna run to? Like, he just went. It just became. And somebody made a funny about that with me. They said like, well, that's the Gemini coming out. Pac was the Gemini. He just flips on a dime. So that's the Gemini and him coming out there.
Let's start talking about Geminis.
Like, well, that's the Gemini and them coming out there.
Now Gemini's some of the
Rents is like, come on. It's like
some of the Geminis are making the not crazy Geminis look, because not every Gemini is that split personality, that two sides.
Well, like that. That's the Gemini.
That two face, the Harvey did every
Harvey
Gemini
style. Let's go. Yeah, Harvey Dent was probably a Gemini too. I look. If he's not, he was in my mind. His birthday has to be in like mid-June or something. He got to be a Gemini.
That'd be a fun thing. I think I'm gonna do that on my own. I'm gonna look at all like comic book characters and I'm gonna create like a zodiac of like what the comic book characters are.
That's hilarious. That's the Joker got to be an Aries then. Come on.
Yep. Because definitely a Scorpio. Harley Quinn is definitely a Scorpio. It's crazy. I gotta find one for Cancer, like sweet, but if you cross them, then it's like you going to die, basically. Who's that sweet, but don't piss him off?
I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know.
Possible. Whatchamacallit, maybe Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch
might be a Cancer because Scarlet Witch, but you did her wrong, and she Scarlet Witch maybe might be a Cancer. Joker is definitely an Aries.
I gotta give Joker. Got to, man.
Talk about Aries. My kids are both Aries. Both of my kids are Aries, and you're an Aries, so I can talk about Aries. So that's fine.
I can't wait till they become moody teenagers.
Don't wish that on me.
I'm gonna grab my Michael Jackson popcorn on that.
Don't wish it on me because it may be some struggles. Don't wish that on me. I'm like, okay, maybe we can avoid the movies here.
Send him to Uncle Los. I get Aries. So I know how to handle it. Read some of these responses on the trade thing. Like Maze Jack put no Vaseline, undisputed champ. Is like so Maze Jack agrees with me. It's like Desmond put a Michael Jordan, like he said, Pac took it personal. Like he put the Michael Jordan line. It's like then so Brian he put Ice Cube a comment, lit that ass up with the bitch and you, which he did. It's like and then he put
showed that just because I'm like eclectic. I'm eclectic, but
that's 87th Street coming through right there. Come on, that
was at Southside. That was at Over East coming out. That was the Over East coming out.
That was that.
Over East be a different type of breed. Over East is a little different in Chicago.
Nigga with an attitude name. Oh yeah.
Like we be even tempered, but then you go there. Like
and Trey put it in, and then Farrakhan made him hug, and they did barbershop together. Because they eventually did do a barbershop 3. They were in that.
Yeah, they did. So I thought about that too while I watched. I was like, yeah, remember when they had that feud?
Yeah, I wonder if they talked
about like years ago.
I wonder if that was mentioned on set. I wish I'd have been on set. I'd have been in NC out of mission. Like, so who won that bit? That did.
They should just have a freestyle battle because you had Eve, Nikki, Common, and Ice Cube on set. So they should just did some freestyling.
And all of them can spit too. They all.
Yeah, they all can spit. All of them can spit. Yeah.
All of them can spit. It's like
yeah. So they should have definitely just did that.
And here's an interesting one from John Mooring. Said, hit him up hands down. Pac destroyed everyone on his own and decided to let the outlaws on it to have fun. He said, and then he said, well, if that's true, then Jay-Z won the Nas beats based on the fact that he smashed his baby mama. Because he mentioned about Pac smashing Faith Evans, which may or may not have happened. I think it was cap, but who knows?
I don't think it happened. But, we'll never know.
Kinds of stories about Pac. I won't go into them right now. It's like, but I don't believe that he smashed Faith Evans. It's like, and I'll leave that like that.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
So and then he's basically like, this dude John seemed like he was in his feelings over the shit. He's like, yeah, which song is talked about more, Ether or Takeover? It's like, yeah, it's like, well, it's that's why I say that did when people say you got Ether, but did Nas didn't even Ether Jay-Z. Like Jay had the biggest year of his career. So that was Blueprint, yeah. So like, which at the time was his biggest album. It's like, so yeah.
That shows how good how resilient Jay-Z is. That like under normal circumstances, Ether would have ended somebody. Under normal circumstances, that would have ended.
It's like on one of our favorite channels, Cinema Sin, he survives this. Like, that's what's about it. He survived this. He survived it. Yeah, he just survived all of that. It's like Ether never happened. He survived it. He shook it off. He brushed the dirt off his shoulders, pun intended.
With beautiful bitch in the back of that back. He ended with Beyonce. So I mean,
Beyonce around that same time too.
That's a win. I mean.
Yeah,
you can say what you want to. He ended with her, so it's a win.
Album got Beyonce around the same time, so
win-win, right?
It didn't even matter. It's like that's a great. It's like it's kind of like when the Drake Pusha T. I was because all his jokes that Drake won, like cats get mad when I say that. Like, man, that's soft, that pussy ass nigga. It's like, but he did say, he won a Grammy like right after that, right after the story of Eddie came out. It's like,
he got that highlight bling.
Not only did he win a Grammy, but then he even like kind of shitted on the Grammy he won. It's like, yeah, he's like, yeah, this don't mean you're number one. It's like the people make you number one. So he won the Grammy and talked shit about it at the same time. It's like, yeah. He's like, y'all buying the albums what makes number one. Yeah, this don't mean nothing basically. So Drake and Pusha T got nominated. Pusha T was nominated for that album or that same category. The funniest meme is him sitting in the audience looking dumb. It's like, That's why I started putting hashtag Drake won, and like niggas got mad at me. Like he did kind of win. It's like he
Yeah.
played the long game. It's like
it's a marathon, not a sprint. Life is a marathon. It
it's
is.
hilarious. I love when cats like inadvertently win. Like we're gonna talk about let's talk about him now. Like when like when Nelly beat KRS-One. Which Nelly did win. It's like I don't remember that KRS-One diss versus.
And he's definitely winning because he got Shanti back and they're having a baby.
Yeah,
so
we're not new at this segueing into that.
I mean, and it just goes to show like that. I mean, I know some people have their opinions. We've seen people with their opinions about being critical, saying that, okay, he didn't give her a ring first, and none of the people are. But as a married person, marriage is not the fix all. It's not the cure all for everything. It just isn't. If you're not ready to get married, don't get married.
Facts.
Just don't do it. If you're not ready, you have to be ready mentally, emotionally, financially. Facts. So I think financially, a lot of people financially should not get married. A lot of people should not. Facts. Marriage is about merging assets. You're supposed to build. If you get married and then you decline, then you shouldn't decline when you get married. You should always be going up. They should be going up for you when you get married. It should. But congratulations to them, like that they got their second chance, like a decade after they broke up. Like it was about a decade after
a decade that they were apart. Both they had other relationships and then found their way back to each other after Ashanti made a joke about him on Versus.
I'll never forget when somebody said that my man's looked like the Spike Lee movie when he just glittered across the way. He did like he just made a beeline straight to her.
He saw her. It's like I said. It was like when Q saw Monica in Love and Basketball when she walked in with Boris Kodjoe had the dress. Like, damn, he just dropped Gabrielle Union and ran over her.
He walked right over and he was like. But I mean, sometimes you do need the distance apart. Like nothing shocks me. Like I said, after Ben and Jen got married, they got back together and got married. So it's nothing shocking to me about couples reunited after 10, 15, 20, 25 years even. Sometimes you get that second chance. Like you may need to revisit because now that you guys have both been out on your own, you realize that the first what they say, it's a lot of piss in the pool right now. In the dating pool, it's a lot of piss. So you realize that it's piss and shit there. So
rumors that Tia's trying to get back with her husband. So that's the story that's out.
I saw the block, but I don't believe everything in block letters. Like it was like nothing that
rumors.
Was.
That's what I said. Is rumors out there. That's
People. What triggered is like on Thanksgiving because they took a picture. They took a family picture together. They were sitting on a bench in the house. And then it just said, the caption said, "We gonna be all right," or something like that. And in one of the pictures, the second picture, she was leaning into his leg. So like her arm was like on his leg. You know how you like lean comfortable on and people was like, that looks a little comfortable with her leaning on his leg. It's like, but they were together like 20 years, so it's like, like you may lean into, you would with your partner just because you're not with them anymore. You may.
Y'all get touchy-feely sometimes.
You were together for 20 years, so. But I mean, I don't think that the love is gone between the two, but it's just they were indifferent,
But the rumor is like the rumors that are out there, which you can take it how you want, is that she found too much piss in that dating pool and shit. And she said, maybe the grass wasn't greener and shit. Yeah, because she ended the marriage. Remember, she was the one that he didn't end.
Wow,
yeah. So then she's like, people saying she was looking for something else and then realized it wasn't nothing out there. That's the rumor. That's all. That's the rumor.
Sometimes you do have to realize that it's not on both sides, like men and women. Like sometimes you have to realize that it's not always, you think that, especially being with somebody for so long, you think that, man, if I had this and if I had that, but then when you actually go and you see, you're like, this ain't it. Like, it's rough. Somebody was asking me about that. Like, how do you asking me how to date or find a mate in 2020? I said, I have no idea. I can't give you advice on how to find a mate. I was like, because I mean,
we
15 years I've been in my relationship, so I don't know.
But we'll know. We'll see if they end up back together too, like Nelly and Ashanti. We'll see if Tia and Corey like we'll
see that sometimes. So couples will you'll see couples be married for a while, they divorce, and then like 5 years later, then they remarry. Like
some people do marry the same person twice. You do see that. I agree with that. Yeah. See that sometimes. Yeah.
Just don't renew vows every year like Jackie Chrissy, because that's a little.
Oh God.
Don't do that.
Whatever it is, like crazy or not, like they still together. That's amazing. It's like if I was Doug, I'd have been got
30 years later, right? Like about 30 years. They've been married about 30 years, right?
Almost, yeah, probably like 27. It's probably almost. I'd have been got rid of her if I was Doug.
And her reasoning why she renewed, because like I get like renew like if you want to do a vow renew like maybe at 10 years, 20 years, 25, especially like 25, that's your silver anniversary.
She said
you
get that divorce if you're planning a wedding or some bullshit.
And she said that you can't get divorced if you plan a wedding. Ma'am, I mean, planning my wedding was enough. Like doing that 10 years ago was enough for me. Like to do all that again and do that every year, that's extremely exhausting to me, to do that type of planning every single year. It's a lot.
Yeah, I'd have been got rid of her, but I'm not Doug Christie. Yeah. First time I even knew who she was when the Rick Fox and Doug Christie got. I was like, who the fuck is this? Oh, that's Doug Christie's wife. Like, who the fuck is she? Because she was like all in the video, which we about to get into him and shit. He should have stayed out of the video, like Suge Knight said. But about to get all in it.
So now Suge Knight laughing, Suge Knight like
it never ends. It's an ongoing cycle. It's like told you should have been all in the video.
Is he like this?
That's funny. We don't go down that rabbit hole, but let's go down there now. Fuck it.
No, but real quick, yeah, Doug Chris. She looked like Esther hit him with the purse. That was just hilarious because she was like swinging that purse like that. That
was light skin on light skin violence there when Rick Fox and Doug Christie.
Beige rage. Oh, Battle of the biracial guys.
Light skin violence there. When they went at it.
No, you more light skin. No, you more light skin. No, you more. That's what the
my hair is better. I got the better hair than you. Was like they were going at each other.
Rick Fox did have the curls. He had the curls for the girls. Rick Fox did have the curls.
And then Jackie Christie just jumped in the middle of it and shit.
With her purse.
Could have been even better. I wish, like, what if Rick Fox was married to Vanessa? What if she had jumped into it and she went straight Terry and shit? That'd have been amazing. Vanessa
wasn't too classy for that. You know she wasn't doing that shit. Vanessa was way too classy.
Like Terry, like yeah. Terry found out that when she was at the dinner, it's like when he said, yeah, can we talk about it? She'd have went that. She'd have went straight Terry on his ass.
No, but Vanessa's too classy for that. She's a classy lady, so she wasn't going to do that.
Well, let's talk about it. Take that, bad boy.
Not aging well at all. This is
because 1995 he said, yeah, you want producer all in the video, all executive producer all in the video.
Come to the throw. I was the executive producer that he was talking about, and Faith was like,
"Why am I here?"
Faith was like, "I didn't sign up for this shit. I just want to make a record. I just want to make a record."
Right when her first album was about to drop, so she was just on stage, probably trying to promote her album. It's like, why the fuck am I in the middle of this bullshit?
That's your face when you realize that something, when you get involved in some drama, backdoor drama that you did not sign up for, and you're just like, why am I here? I did not sign up to be in this.
Those videos say, yeah, it was at that moment when he knew he fucked up and shit. That's what Faith never said that. Look, it was at that moment when she knew.
It was at that moment.
She was in that moment. But Mr. Curtis Jackson, you call like being a petty cancer, as you say.
He's a petty cancer, man. Sometimes our male cancers are petty. Sometimes they are.
Shout out Charlemagne. Leon
And
Rogers, yeah.
Macho, or some of them would be petty.
Leon Rogers.
Definitely. What did Mr. Curtis 50
Just been
50
following
Cent
him. He's been going in on Diddy. It's like, let's see if we can pull this shit up. I want to share some of the images. 50 Cent on Instagram has just been highly in. Oh, here he is. Very for. Let me see if I can. I want to cast this shit.
Well, shout out to 50 for creating the power of MCU, basically.
Oh man, Raising Kanan season 3 is on streaming now on fucking.
I feel like I'm just so far behind, and I canceled my stars, so
I just got it back to watch Raising Kanan, and then like one of the benefits of that is like now I'm getting caught up on Power Book Force because like all the episodes of that up, so I just watch all of those. And then when Raising Kanan season ends, then I cut it off. So I got the 6 months for the Cyber Monday price for like say $2.99. $2.99 for 6 months.
Well, I think that the next time they do a thing, I might just get my stars back. Like I might pay for like the 6 months or whatever, the discounted price, and then
Cyber Monday. And they had they suck you in. They had to advertise like, yeah, it said Cyber Monday deal. Said, oh, and Raising Kanan becomes season 3 starts on December 1st. I was like, oh, okay. Hey, suck you. I was like, okay, I'm getting that shit. Otherwise, I wouldn't even pay to
advertise.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna get it.
As that meme said, these streaming services got one more time to raise prices before I bring out my DVD player and my VHS. Yeah. These prices, man.
I'm gonna hit up the red box. God damn it!
Because Disney Plus don't went up. I'm like, wait a minute, Disney Plus went up like $3. Like, wait a minute, what just like you look at your auto pay, you're like, wait a minute.
Like, what's really going on?
It's like $3 higher now. Okay.
Hey, the sneak and go up on you and shit here.
They sneak it up. And you think about how many subscribers they have. So if every person is getting charged $3 extra, $3 to $5 extra, you got 100 million subscribers. Just throwing them out there.
Real shit right there. But let's pull up this 50 Cent on the gram. What do you see? He put P. Diddy with Harvey Weinstein on there and shit.
Surviving Diddy. Because people have been saying that people have been saying that jokingly Surviving Diddy is coming.
He just been going in on him. You gotta watch like this one is like that's the latest one, the 17-year-old girl and shit. Yeah. Well, yeah, he just been going hard on him. Yeah. Columbus Short says something about Diddy. I didn't see that. About being a diabolical genius. Don't walk with Fifth. He's different. He is a kind of a diabolical genius.
Cancer. See, the petty cancer recognize the petty cancer. See, petty cancers. Leave the petty cancers alone, please.
Well, yeah, he just been going hard. When I saw that Harvey Weinstein one, that made me laugh out loud. So that's petty. That's petty right there. That one is.
A lot of people hung out with Harvey Weinstein. I mean,
but that's petty right there.
A lot of people should not have been, like, you look back, like jokes that didn't age well. Not going totally off topic, but when I was watching like the old Sex and the City episodes, and on the last season when Samantha says to her boyfriend who's like trying to be an actor, she's like, "Why are you leaving Harvey Weinstein just got here?" And I was like, "Ooh," like that line did not age.
Now we know that Samantha's not on the show anymore.
Harvey Weinstein just got here. The way she said it, I was like, I felt very cringe watching it back. But this was like from 2002, 2003. So I mean, years ago. But 50 is going in. So
and what I was gonna say, where I was going with that is Fifth is doing a documentary about P. Diddy and shit. He's putting 50 is like he's a TV guy. I wonder if it's gonna be like surviving when it's gonna be surviving R. Kelly style. I wonder how it's gonna be. It's gonna be a documentary like that.
He got the means. Yeah. He got the means in the back end because he got stars behind him.
Yeah.
So he has the back end. He has the back end for somebody to actually invest in this. You see what I mean?
Yeah, 50 is
not he has to go out and shop it around.
50 is probably more of a TV and film guy at this point than a musician. It's like, yeah, because that's what
business. Yeah. Like you look at, and then 50, like I think 50 turns 50 this year coming up, right?
I
I think he was born in 74. I think he was. I think he's about to turn 50.
Something like that. Yeah.
I think he's born in 74. So that means he'll be 50 on his next birthday. So it's like when you get grown as hell, like you do stuff for fun. Like, you may put out an album here for fun, but as a 50-year-old rapper, come on. I'm not trying to throw shade, but rap is a younger person's game. Rap is a young man's game.
Yeah.
Young man / woman's game. I'll be politically correct. It's a young person's thing. So like when you're 50, you might drop a mixtape here or there, but then
pick and choose your projects
for fun. But then you're looking at other business ventures like Jay-Z. Look at the businesses that he has. Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg owns Death Row now. It's like, so there we go. It came full circle. Yeah.
And Snoop has so many, like, I saw a thing that T-Pain put up where Snoop apparently has his own ice cream brand now.
Yeah. He got cereal out and shit. Yeah. Snoop got
his alcohol.
Snoop got breakfast cereal. He got his own one line of weed out, of course. He got
with the purple Urkel.
doing Corona commercials. He's on the
Snoop is an advertiser. He has an ad with the children's place because with the Christmas pajamas, him and his entire family was dressed in their matching Christmas pajamas.
The whole Martha Stewart thing. It's like, you got
that definitely.
Yeah.
Because Martha Stewart, that's a big crossover audience right there. That's a huge crossover. Because that was like the unlikely pair you didn't know you needed. Because like you think Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg, but then it worked. They actually played well off of each other. They did.
Yeah, when he bought Death Row, that was the boss move right there. I was like, okay. He went because it went on the market. He said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna buy it." Yeah. Now he owns all of his masters. Then for all his Death Row stuff, he owns.
Probably originally what they gave him was a chain when he signed on. They give chains.
Now you own the label.
But you originally got this chain for like here's your signing bonus, a chain. Here you go.
Yeah.
But those are what you do. Those are the type of moves that you make as you start to age out. You can still enjoy your craft that you like, but you look at other ways to be relevant. Like I said, Jay-Z, when he made Tidal, that was like a boss move right there, having Tidal, a whole streaming service.
That's a legitimate streamer that started out as like, it seemed like a vanity project. And now it's like, especially when Tidal One is when they paired up with Serato, was like, because then all the DJs started using Tidal. You can access all of that. It's like that's like a whole takes your DJ game to a whole nother level. You could access your Tidal library. So like that was
Snoop Dogg having the different snacks and stuff. But like I said, of course, like they all saw Master P. Like I think Master P probably set the blueprint for all those rappers. I want to say
he did it first. Yeah.
He probably did. So like each of those rappers saw, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it better. I'm gonna do it. Everybody.
Also, we mentioned earlier, Mr. O'Shea Jackson, Ice Cube. I said he's doing it. He got a whole basketball league.
He got a basketball team. Got a whole basketball league.
Yes.
The big three.
Like he's like making boss moves and shit like that.
And then he has his production company, Cube Vision.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like when you mature out at things, like you start looking at other ways to do things, Yeah.
But 50 years putting this documentary together. There's no word yet on when it's coming out, but he definitely Mark Curry, that was on Bad Boys for Life. Not Mr. Cooper.
Not Mr. Cooper. Because when I saw the headline, I saw Mark Curry. I was like, that ain't Mark. I was like, oh, the other Mark Curry, because I had to switch my brain around.
There's a rapper named Mark Curry that was on Bad Boys for Life. He was on that record. It's like
basically like Randy Jackson versus Randy Jackson, like American Idol versus Jacksons.
Yeah. Or Dr. Dre, Death Row versus Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre with Air Lover.
Raps. Yeah. UMTV Raps on Dr. Dre.
Who's the other man?
Dr. Dre versus Death Row versus Chronic Dr. Dre. It's like two different ones.
I would say doctor, like hard like doctor, and then doctor with DR doctor. That's how I would say DR doctor or doctor. Like that's how I would like differentiate.
Yeah, I just called Dr. Dre the Death. I just called him Dre. All this I said that's Dr. Dre and then there's Dre. That's all. It's like
differentiate between the two.
When I just said Dre, I was talking about the Chronic. Yeah.
I was like, hey, Mark Curry. And then I was like, oh, wait, the other Mark Curry. I was like, Mr. Cooper?
Not hanging with Mr. Cooper, Mark Curry. Yeah.
He's hilarious. He's hilarious.
Yeah. Met him like in 03 or something like that.
02.
Oh, 2 what year? Yeah, it was that NBA
At the
party.
NBA party, yeah, met him in 02, yeah.
I met him, so it was like 02. That's what it was.
Very tall. He was very tall. Yeah, I remember that.
It's like he was one of the ball players. I was
Because
like,
I was looking up, I'm like, hey, I'm like, hi.
which makes sense. I think on Mr. Cooper, he was like a retired ball player.
Yeah, he had injury, a
Then
career
he
in the
became a
injury.
teacher because he had a knee injury. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I think that's what his character was on there.
Yeah, and then trying to downgrade your life because it's like if you were used to like, hey, I was a ball player making millions, and now I'm having to be a teacher.
Yeah, it's got to be a school teacher.
It's an adjustment. It's a lifestyle adjustment. So I mean, it was a good concept because
he probably did the same thing where he was like, the high tops, like famous musician, and then he had to become a school teacher because his music career stalled or whatever. Yeah.
And then in the house just in the summer because Marion had the injury that he had to like rent out his house to a divorcee.
All of those 90s shows, they kind of had premises like
that's like I have to rent out my house and now I got a woman with kids in my house.
You got to become regular after being like, one of the elites. It's like you got to become regular.
Which is, that is a believable thing to happen because
like sports injuries happen, and then music is so like finicky. Like you might be hot one year, and then like you might not ever have another hit. It's like that happens.
This is why I'm hot. Where's Mims?
Yeah, it was exactly. Yeah, he's not hot now. If you signed a bad boy, then you fell off a lot. It's like how many one-hit wonders did they have? Woo! We going there? Woo!
Alone.
Yep. You won't be around next year. We start with the beginning with Craig Mack because the very beginning, he wasn't around next year. He
did him dirty. Rest in peace to Craig Mack, but he did him dirty. Yeah, he did him dirty.
Black Rob, like whoa, it was like so many.
Did him dirty. Rest in peace to him too.
Shine might have got the Raw's deal. He did. He actually did time and shit for P Diddy. He actually did prison time for P Diddy.
Watching back some of if you want to get some tea, watch some of them Jaguar Wright videos because
Jaguar Wright been spilled. Yeah,
I watched the video that she did 3 years ago about Diddy.
Keep an eye on Jaguar. I wouldn't be surprised if she's out of here, because she's been talking.
I watched what she did and the stuff that she was saying because this was 3 years ago.
If something mysterious happens to Jaguar Wright, just pay attention. That's all I'm saying.
This was 3 years ago, the stuff she was saying, and then all the stuff she was saying is coming to the forefront now. And I'm like, people probably, because that's what the updated comment section was saying now. Like, how many people are here watching the video in 2023? How many people are watching this right now? Because back then, people called her crazy. 3 years ago, she was crazy, but
the crazy ones that aren't so crazy, like
he's not so crazy now. 3 years later, watch the video.
Charleston White, which we're gonna get to him in a minute too, was like, these people aren't so crazy. It's like
who'd you say?
There's a guy named Charleston White. We're gonna talk.
Okay. Oh, I think I saw that in the blurb, but I forgot what it said. I think I saw the name come up in like a little.
He was talking about the elites and shit too. So yeah, anytime you talk about the elites, like weird shit happens to you. It was like So this might be the last episode of this podcast.
No. We're just repeating what people say. I'm just repeating what people have said. You can draw your own conclusions.
But Mark Curry, not Mr. Cooper, claimed that Diddy used to host parties and give spike bottles and pills to women in attendance. I believe that.
And the Bill Cosby.
It's believable. It's believable.
And then it's a video of him talking about that he loved the Cosby Show and that he loved Bill Cosby. So no cap, no, because he was saying I always want to be on the Cosby Show. He said I want to be on there because he says everybody wants to be on the Cosby Show.
My favorite episode was when Cliff Huxtable
served the barbecue sauce.
He served the whole family barbecue sauce. And they all got horny. Like take that, yeah. Denise, take that, yeah. This actually was in the video. I'm not making this up.
Lies. The lies. I can't eat the lies. No. But yeah, that's oh my gosh. But serving. And here's the thing about a lot of that type of stuff, because you have to think about during this era, this was probably about 20-ish years ago, give or take.
Bad Boys for Life came out 2001. So let's just say it was around that time.
Around the millennium. So
was around with
around 20 years ago. So what was popular around 20 years ago? Ecstasy.
He was big.
Ecstasy was a big thing because you heard people just mentioning X and
I've never taken E.
Neither have I.
I've known quite a few people that were.
Neither have I. I've never done.
I work in entertainment, so I could name I'm not naming names, but I could think of 4 people off the top of my head right now.
Yeah, I've never done that. I've never done that.
Yeah. Out there, I could do that right now, but I'm not those. Like,
yeah, but with ecstasy, it's like that was like the big thing. So the big drug during that time, because ecstasy wasn't viewed as really a drug. It was just viewed as like, oh, it just makes you feel horny. It was just viewed as like it was just to get the party started.
Up your inhibitions is like for like if you're introverted, it brings your inner freak out and shit or whatever.
Yeah, that's how it was like played as, but at the end of the day, it's still a drug. And then if you want to take it, it's one thing if you want to take it and you know what you're doing.
Intentionally, but if somebody
give it to somebody and they don't know.
Yeah.
Like you can't, and then ecstasy, like from what I heard, it was like it was like little pills, so it looked like little like breath mints or something. Like it looked very unassuming.
It's like ecstasy was cute, yeah.
So it was unassuming looking. So to give somebody that and then they don't know, that's giving somebody any type of mind altering thing, and they don't know
ecstasy was our version of Quaaludes, basically. They had Quaaludes in the 70s and 80s, like we had ecstasy in our our version of ecstasy, which I've never done. I'll go on record saying that shit.
Mm-hmm. So hearing that, it's like that opens up so many doors, because think about it. How many ladies during that era probably drank something
our age that took that stuff?
Probably you drank something, you pass out, you don't remember what happened, but you kind of have flashes of somebody being on top of you, like you kind of, but you think that you're dreaming.
Just a bunch of dudes around you is like
and but you think that it's a dream because you're not really. You're not
out of body experience. It's like you watching somebody else, you're not really watching yourself. It's like you
right. So how many ladies? So if that is the case, it may be more and more victims that come forward, because people may unlock a repressed memory. Because like with a lot of stuff, when people have trauma, they repress these memories, and then when somebody unlocks it, now that's why people come forward years later. People say, well, why they come forward years later? That's why people come forward years later, because when you unlock a repressed memory, now it's out. Because you bury it down. You don't want to think about it, so you bury it deep inside you. But now that somebody pulled it out of you, now you're like, that's all you can think about now.
A lot of this is self-inflicted too. Like I said, with Diddy, like the minute he settled with Cassie, he should have expected this. It's like, they all gonna come out of the woodwork now, even if they're lying. It's like they see, you handed out checks. Let me get mine. It's like, anybody who's ever even met him, let alone had sex with him, anyone who's ever met Diddy is like running out of the woodwork now.
And it's we still recover from the pandemic, so a lot of people are hurting financially. I'm keeping an eyes.
A lot of us lost a lot of money during that time.
Because and here's the thing about this, like I'll say with the whole Bill Cosby, I'll use that as the comparison. Okay, if 40, 50 victims come forward, 40, 50 victims are not like, I don't think that maybe it was 40, 50 victims, but it possibly was 10, it possibly was 12.
Yeah.
That's still 10, 12 too many. You should not sexually assault people, period.
Well, been inappropriate. It's just like the number that might be a little off.
But the number might be a little skewed.
You're not totally innocent of these accusations.
We know of copycat stuff. We know when people copycat certain things. We know
especially
that
when money is involved. It's like, oh, you handing out checks. I met Diddy in 2004. Like,
and he did this with me. We know how that happens, but 50 people can't be lying. 50 people aren't all lying. That's the point I'm making. Like,
I love the number you chose. 50 people aren't lying. We ain't new at this shit. It's like
40 people might be lying, but them 10 ain't. You see what I'm saying? 40 might lie, but 10 are telling the truth.
Yeah.
Because with anything like that, it's going to be some people. It's going to be some, like with the Tiger Woods, when all those women started coming out the woodworks, like some women, it's like, they discover, like, okay, she never even met Tiger Woods. It's just like she hopped in.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're not. Yeah, you never even met the man, so we know you didn't have an affair with him. But
which is why with the R. Kelly stuff hit differently with me, because I was there in the beginning. Yeah, when the first girl is like, she was in my class. It's like, I knew her personally. It's like,
yeah.
So that one is like, and she was talking about R. Kelly then. That's why I said these are not just hearsay. Like I was there. Like yeah, I was there when like the R. Kelly's name started coming up and shit.
And he married Aaliyah when she was 15. Like we.
I was she lied about her age. So she said she was 18. That's
He
what
married a 15-year-old child.
According to R. Kelly, like
he married a 15-year-old child.
His version, yeah. Well, she said she was
that 18. He knew was 15. Little cute Aaliyah's got that vibe.
I thought
little cute Aaliyah's got that vibe. Legal. Well, why would you call somebody little cute?
Well,
so yeah, he knew, but so this is just going to get very, very thick because now it's like once you start losing power, people are not afraid.
Revolt got rid of him. It's like companies that
stepped down from Revolt. He stepped down.
Which one was it? J.C. Penney wanted to stop carrying Sean John. I think it was J.C. Penney.
They said Macy's stopped carrying.
Okay, that was one of those.
And this is when I jumped in the comment.
Big box stores is like, yeah.
First of all, who still wears Sean John? But then,
yeah, I didn't even know Sean John was still a thing. But I guess
my comment I left, and people laughed at me so hard because I said, "You mean K&G and Burlington and Marshall stopped carrying Sean?"
That's funny.
And people was like, "You a fool for that."
Don't forget Big Lots, kid.
Big Lots. You mean they stopped carrying? Because that's where I see Sean John. I see it at K&G, Burlington. I see it at TJ Maxx. You see it at the secondary store. That okay, these are the items at the big box.
Place where poor people shop.
You can get a nice little fit though. Get you a nice little holler.
If you know how to shop, you can find something there.
You can find you some little gems in there. Don't sleep on them.
There's a lot of crap, but you can find something if you know how to.
You just gotta search. You gotta search and look for a particular little. Okay.
One thing now, don't buy in there. Like, don't ever buy any Jordans from there.
No. Just go to the actual. Go to Foot Locker. Go to City Sports. Go to the
$99 Jordans. Yeah, okay, okay.
No, go to an actual shoe. Go, nah, yeah.
I was watching a video. Somebody went. As soon as he looked at it, it was like, man, I don't know. He's because the guy, he's like, he has a sneaker channel. He's like, yeah, his boy was telling him that they had like 90 went. And he said when he got to the checkout, they wouldn't even check it out because like even they knew it was fake. It's like he's like, I ended up not even buying those because like the checkout was like, yeah, at the checkout line, it's like, yeah, I don't think you should buy these.
We'll get clown. Got the Mayor Wax, not the Mayor Jordans.
As soon as he looked at it, he was like, I don't know. It's hilarious.
But that is coming though. Like I said, the it's starting to fall down. It's coming. And who was the other guy you were saying now? What did he say?
Charleston White. Let's find the story. But
what did he say? Yeah.
He just been talking.
I saw the name, but I didn't get a chance to read it. But I just said the little quick, you know how they have like the little I saw the name probably, I just didn't like click on the article or whatever of what he was saying or whatnot. But I did remember seeing that name. Now, for reference, who exactly is he?
He's actually become like kind of an he's like the anti Umar Johnson, I guess you would say, where he he tells it like it is. It's like, yeah, like he don't play like blame like black folks on there. He just says that a lot of times we got to get out of our own way on bullshit. But he's like he's not like Candace Owens. He's like a real nigga at the same time too. It's like he's like
basically he gives accountability where it's needed, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which I'm down. I mean, I'm a person that I give accountability.
Yeah, he's from the streets too. Like, yeah, he's been to jail.
Okay, even better.
Even
better. Because he can speak of what he knows. He can.
So he talks about is like, yeah, about not just like everything is the white man's fault and shit. Yeah. I'm trying to find this Cam Newton.
Some stuff, like we said, self-inflicted. Some of your bullshit is self-inflicted. It is.
Yeah. But he sat down with Cam Newton. I can't even has the interview been scrubbed? I'm trying to find the transcripts from the interview, but we'll come back to him as I look for this. It's like
Oh, that's right, because Cam Newton has his podcast. So he
He
sat down
sat
with
down
Cam
with
Newton.
Cam and basically he started going in about Deion because everybody been kissing Deion Sanders. That's just like, let's call it what it is. People like Deion Sanders because Deion Sanders is a real nigga and shit. Not because he's a great coach. It's like, yeah, people like Deion because he's like a rapper. He's Coach Prime. He's Coach Prime. Coach Prime is what it's like. You don't really think Deion's a great coach. He's Coach Prime because he wears gold chains and he has like Little Wayne like and LeBron go to his games. Like he's like the hip hop culture be there. It's like so motherfuckers like him and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he was basically talking about saying like he even kind of said what Umar Johnson said about how cats ain't really like doing no real work and shit. But Umar did say that about how all these rappers make all of this money and like all they do is give out turkeys at Thanksgiving. I don't know if you saw that video in Umar. So he kind of was saying the same thing, like some of the same stuff that he was saying in that hit. Which is true. It's like, yeah, it's like you're not really giving back. It's like you got all this money and then like
your community.
Yep. I mean, all you do is give out turkeys at Thanksgiving. That's what you did.
Mm-hmm.
But he did he went and said fuck Deion Sanders, fuck Nipsey Hussle, fuck King Von, fuck Jay-Z. He was going after all of them. It's like, in this interview. And basically saying why, because like, yeah, Nipsey and King Von both, they like rest in peace to the dead, but they were both gangbangers. Call it what, yeah, like that's what he mentioned that. It's like they both came from gangbangs background. And then the Jay-Z shit, he I forgot what he said about Jay. I wish I had the whole transcript. It's like he talked about Deion Sanders. He talked about him leaving the HBCU for Colorado, which is I got a personal story about. Yeah, oh, babe, we worked at an HBCU. I won't tell that story. Right?
I mean, it's about my answer. I say with that is do what's best for you and your family, and we'll just keep it moving. That's the response I give. When anything financial, do what's best for you and your family. Moving along.
Basically, Deion went chasing the bag. It's like even though he already got money and shit, that's kind of what he was like. Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, did you really need the money? Like, why'd you really take the job at Colorado and shit? Yeah. But he was going in though. Like you'd have to watch the whole like interview. But I just dropped a few gems from.
So interesting to look to see.
Yeah.
Like you said, because once you start peeling back the layers of stuff, then
yeah. But he had some good points he was making about that. How cats like are you really like giving back and shit? It's like or why'd you really do that? It's like, but Charleston White, he's an interesting cat. It's like he's not the most articulate when he talks. It's like, yeah, but yeah, he's not the most articulate. So a lot of times the message you'll miss it. But
I was gonna say a lot of times messages can get missed if you don't speak eloquently.
Yeah. Well, he definitely talks about a black. He did talk about T.I. Say he should have whipped his son's ass too for that shit. They got into it the viral video with King.
I stand on business.
He's like, yeah. He said, yeah, you should have whipped his ass for that shit.
One thing that I just keep on saying is everything doesn't need to be on the internet. Everything doesn't, and
it's like he's a young knucklehead. That's all that.
I have a problem with like
as families, we all like have disagreements, but his son decided to go live with his.
We squabble as family, but I mean, I have a problem.
Like, the guy right there is like, don't put me on live. It's like so they
with this new generation. I have a problem with everything being because like how the fight happened was like he put to call his parents out, but then his parents responded by calling him out, so they're embarrassing that he didn't want to get out. So then that's how the whole And like, I'm not a big fan of like embarrassing my kids. Like, like if something happened where a personal thing happened, I'm not going to post it and post videos on the internet of my child having like
embarrass you,
I'm not going to embarrass my kid. I'm gonna say things I'm gonna say funny quips. Like I mean, I talk about funny things that my kids say because my kids are funny. They say like funny things and make me go like. That's universally funny, but I'm not going to do stuff to like embarrass my kids. I'm just not.
Why is Uncle Loss on a billboard? That's my funny memory of her. Stuff like that, like silly stuff.
Yeah, silly stuff that's universally funny. That years later they're not going to be like, "Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed, Mom. Why did you do that?" They're not going to be that to me.
Not going to put your kids in the baby stink breath commercial.
All the money.
Little Simpson humor and shit.
But yeah, though. But, so watch out for these people dropping these gems. Just
they all over the place because if something happens, with and either of these folks, is like keep an eye out for them. That's all I'm saying. When people start talking the truth, weird shit happens. Or when they start talking their truth, weird shit happens. Like, and before we wrap up, Kodak Black was arrested again or something. And didn't Trump just pardon? He was like he was part of that when he was pardoning everybody. Remember that? Now you back fucking up again. It's like, fucking up again. It's like, got arrested for cocaine possession and shit. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Cocaine?
Cocaine possession. That's what he was arrested Thursday in Florida. So I hope he gets his shit together because I thought that he was because he was back out. He was doing like the
Super Gremlin,
Super Gremlin. He's like making hits again. Is like, and now he's back in jail and shit again.
He needs an intervention. So if he has like family that can do an intervention, he needs a real intervention. He doesn't need no one to enable him. He needs real intervention.
A better circle around him and shit.
To have this, not just people who's going to go away because you buy them something. Because a lot of people can be bought. He got me this chain. He got me a car. And people just ignore stuff.
You need people that actually care about your well-being. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you give me. Like, we're gonna get you.
Correct.
We're gonna get you right and shit. Yeah.
Real intervention.
You don't need a bunch of yes men around you. Like you said, that if you throw them a few dollars, they're gonna like look the other way while
we party in Vegas.
While you destroy yourself and shit. Yeah.
You're going to the Super Bowl in Vegas.
Guess what? Now that you sit in a jail, so they're like, man, that's fucked up.
That's fucked up. Thank you. Thank you.
That's all that they're gonna do and shit.
Make better choices, people, of who you have surrounding you. That's my piece of advice I give.
Well, ready to wrap this thing up?
As we wrap.
Definitely appreciate you supporting Not Another Down Podcast. You want to support us further, you know what to do. Give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. Talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What up, Tosh? YouTube and your Amazon Alexa devices. Follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. Yes.
And you can check me at MSIMA8626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, STR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, STR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and for your video production needs. Check out straightgullyproductions.com.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We'll talk to you later. I'm gone.